What are these?
Can't even see it.
Stuff is happening. They should rename this tea Christmas tea. I will die on the area rug hill. This, my friends, is the surprise for my dad. What all the professionals say is that your windows enlarge small rooms. My little helper's helping me get the haul started. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Hello and welcome to our very destroyed garden. This patch of garden here is very sad, but we are very happy because the reason it got all torn up and it's all wrecked is this. This is the extension that my dad has built onto our bungalow so that he can be our neighbour in his retirement. This is the dividing line. This is all new, and when we repaint the whole outside of the house, you won't even know that this has been added on because my father-in-law did such an unbelievable job at matching it up to our house. This project has definitely been the biggest change to our property since we bought it. He was really worried that it was gonna be way too small, as were we when we initially saw when the floor went down. You might remember there was behind the scenes a bit of a kind of like, oh, is that it? Is this gonna be enough space? But it is definitely adequate for one person and he's very happy. We're going to be talking about how to design a small space and how to make the most of it, not just in terms of storage, but just making it look as big as possible and stuff, while still designing it so that it reflects your likes and whatnot. Anything I suggest, not just to my dad but to you, feel free to ignore it. This is all just a bit of fun. We all like talking about houses around here. Houses, homes. Right, let's go. The first thing you'll notice is Dad's front door is a sliding glass door. Two main reasons for this. Now ignore this little like temporary blind. That's just to keep light out until his shutters are put in. He's got one of these here and in his bedroom, and firstly lets in way more light, so you're looking to just flood a small space with as much light as possible. Really important. But because it folds back, you know, like a pocket door, it's not going to take up extra space when you fold it back. Like if you open up a door, then the area behind the door you can't really do anything with. Also, look, I got him a little home sweet home mat for wiping the old shoesies in Tesco. He's in Switzerland right now on a work trip, which is why he's not in this video with me. That's a good thing because I have a big surprise for him in this video. Another surprise I have on the way, which I don't have to show you yet, is I'm getting him a sign made up to put here that says the Granddad pad, because that's what we've been referring to this as. It's going to be on a wooden plaque and I'm going to give that to him around Christmas time because he's going to be actually living in here before Christmas. Shoes off. Not that taking my shoes off will make any difference at all because obviously stuff is happening. People are constantly walking in and out. The place is getting destroyed. But yeah, before we talk my dad's first blunder, you'll remember we showed you the mustard walls by Little Green Paint and the beautiful oak floor by National Tile, which I'm still obsessed with. Since then, all the wiring has been finished. There's skirting, architrave around the doors, which I think he still wants to paint cream. It's like a blaring pure white. These couches, so this one is a choice. I love it. Dad picked this. It's like a ruby red leather, and it's just something about leather couches, how soft they get over time and stuff. And yeah, he picked this and then a big L 3-seater with, I'll show you now, it has like one of these sections where you can lie up, get real cozy. So two very big, thick, clunky couches, and he really loves them both, so you know, it is fine. And this one, which is one of the points I want to talk through. This creamy beige couch is multitasking furniture because it also is a fold out, so it doubles up as a bed for if he has a guest, until he converts his attic into a guest bedroom with a spiral staircase and stuff. I did point out to him that with this couch, spiral staircase ain't gonna fit. So he'll have to rethink this couch situation. But yeah, multitasking furniture, so important in small spaces. The issue we have here is that these, they're quite oversized and thick, and there's not really space going on underneath them. And what interior designers usually recommend for small spaces is furniture, but especially couches on legs, so that empty space, I don't know, it's supposed to give the illusion of more space in the room. But you know, I told him, look Dad, your bed and your couches, they are super important. And yeah, once he's happy. But this is why I'm intervening, why I have intervened, and I have tried to give him some advice. I've done lots of research. So this he was super on board with. He'll be getting a little side table for putting his coffee cups on instead of a big coffee table, and he's going to be mounting the TV on the wall, so there won't be need for a huge piece of furniture underneath. He's actually chosen this gorgeous little unit to put his new PlayStation in. Yeah, it's super cool looking. He has decided to go with a simple roller blind. I don't know, he went with a weird like double roller blind. You've got this one for day and then this one for nighttime, because it's blackout. What all the professionals say is that your windows enlarge small rooms and your outdoors becomes part of your room. So the view outside, that view is almost, you know, coming inside, and to have any more really going on over there would take that away. So yeah, no curtain or anything, just a simple blind. And then for here, he's chosen a kind of a cream sliding shutter. So he's ordered that, and that will take months to be made because they have to custom make stuff like that. And because it's not a curtain, if you had a curtain, your pole would be coming like, you know, way out here, and they just kind of tend to impose on the room a bit. So here we have the beginnings of Senior Kitchen, and this is a really cheap kitchen from Homebase because he's decided to go all out on his countertop. He's going for this stunning porcelain countertop from Granite Tops. But with all the beautiful, cool, colourful kitchens out there, the reason Dad went for a light kitchen and a light couch and a light bathroom cabinet, which I'll show you here. It's really gorgeous actually. There's loads of storage in this cabinet. It did take him like 5 hours to build it, but yeah, light coloured doors, and then the bed, which we're going to get to in a second because that's a surprise. But light colours for everything else because he went with the mustard. And in a small space, you want really light colours to add spaciousness. It just gives you the feeling that the room is bigger. Darker colours give that real cozy, enclosed atmosphere, and that's what we're going for in our house next door with the dark greens and stuff. We're planning on, for example, lots of gallery walls. In here, Dad is going to go for, you know, the one or two oversized bits of art, and one place that he's going to need to add some art is, so see that white box? We need to cover this up. So I'm trying to find him a really good Andy Warhol. Dad is a big fan of Anton, 60s, 70s, mid-century. His style is probably as eclectic as ours is, but yeah, Andy Warhols, I'm on the lookout. If you know anywhere that sells Andy Warhol prints in frames, let me know. For storage, he has added an island, and it's actually a decent size island, but instead of like a dining table, he's gone for the island because extra storage. Again, you're constantly looking to make use of empty space in smaller homes, and he'll be able to put all kinds of stuff in there because he's no utility room, you know, so a lot of his stuff will be going in there. Even bins, he can hide bins in there instead of having ugly bins visible when you walk in because it's all open plan. This here is a problem. That is the reason that we're redoing our entire walk-in wardrobe, that right there, because they had to punch through that wall. Any ideas that you guys have, creative solutions for covering that up, because all along here is going to be tiled. We were thinking, you know, wine rack, spice rack. My father-in-law will be building a little box up around the top up there. That's the boiler, and yeah, we'll be painting that mustard and stuff. Dad left a random gap there, and I thought it was a bad idea, but looking at it now, I I think it looks cool, bit kooky, bit off, bit weird, but in a good way. So into the bedroom, we have the bathroom cabinet in here just temporarily because the bathroom, as I'll show you now, is full of stuff that all has to be moved to the shed, which now has a door, and it like has a little cool little button, and it goes up and down, and Thomas definitely thinks he's James Bond with his new garage door, shed door, home gym door. This, my friends, is the surprise for my dad. So while he's away in Switzerland, we have had this arrive. We put it together, and we've taken his mattress from next door and brought it in here. This is his new bed. This is a collaboration with Emma, who I've worked with for a really long time. It's their cozy divan bed in beige. It has storage included, which is the main reason this exact bed was top of Dad's wish list of his beds that he was looking at for moving in here. There's so much storage space in the drawers that you pull out from underneath it, but also, yeah, it's really comfortable looking, and he's already a big Emma fan. This is his Emma Premium mattress, which he's been sleeping on for months. He loves this as much as I love my Emma Premium mattress, and because my dad is retiring, he's not well, he's got multiple health conditions, which he's shared with you. Sleep is of utmost importance to him going forward in life, and so yeah, his bedroom, obviously he just wants it to be perfect, and I want that for him as well. I wanted the best for him, and so when Emma reached out about working with me, I said, look, can we surprise my dad for his 60th birthday and for his retirement? And yeah, they sent us this beautiful bed. Emma don't just do beds and mattresses, they do pillows, they do toppers. So yeah, if you're doing up your house, or if you're just looking for the comfiest bed ever, they are completely risk-free because you get a 200-night trial and a 10-year guarantee when you shop with them. On top of up to 65% off, you can get an additional 5% off with my code Melanie BF. BF for Black Friday, not for like best friend or breastfeeding or anything else you might associate with me. So yeah, before he comes back, we're going to do up his bed. He'd be able to store all of his bedding under this bed because of the drawers, because he doesn't have a hot press or anything like that. Again, because it's a really small space. So, you know, bedding, towels, anything that doesn't fit in his wardrobe. This is the wardrobe he's chosen. I think it's gorgeous, and that's going to go in this space here to the left of his bathroom door. And then he's chosen this set of drawers, which is going to go to the right of the bathroom door, and I just think they're beautiful. The contrast with the lighter bed, and then yeah, he still has to pick bedside lockers. Anyway, another good tip for small spaces is to avoid lots of patterns, too many patterns. You can have a bit of pattern, but not all of the patterns. Like, the focus should be on colours and textures, and having a nice mix of those over patterns, because again, patterns just kind of close in space. So, you know, you could throw a little patterned throw pillow, but maybe avoid patterned bedding. So yeah, I'm gonna also for Christmas gift him some really, really soft, lovely sheets and duvet covers and stuff. I just think, oh, your bed is so important. Like I said about the sitting room, he's probably gonna have one oversized piece of art in this room. No mirror, he's just gonna have a mirror in the bathroom, but mirrors is another thing that really can open up a room. You look into a mirror and it's like the room is extending into the mirror. So he's considering putting a massive mirror over the cream couch out in the sitting room, but he also just isn't sure about that because it's going to be reflecting his TV and kind of half the window. He's just not too sure about the mirror situation. Lighting is going to be so important in this space, especially for nighttime when the external light is gone. He's going to need to be making the most of not just overhead lighting, but, you know, lamps, task lighting, ambient lighting. Like, he needs multiple light sources. We still need that next door. We've still not sorted that out. But there's that, and then the area rug situation, okay? I will die on the area rug hill. I adore our area rugs next door in our living room. An area rug divides out your room and it makes an area just work. Like the wonderful Caroline Winkler made this joke in a recent video.
But an area rug can be the difference between a space that feels like a mental institution and a space that feels like a home.
It just killed me. It just killed me because it's so accurate. I can't. I adore Caroline. She was very impressed with the colour Dad picked for the walls, and the two of us were pure fangirling. She and I were messaging on Instagram, and I was just like, oh, I love you. There's very few people on this platform that I would legit fangirl over. She is one of them. Subscribe to her. Anyway, yeah, her point about area rugs, it's so true. Like, this right in front of me does have a touch of mental institution right now because there's no rug. It doesn't feel cozy. It doesn't feel like a home yet until we get a rug. So there are these cool things you can use online, although they don't always work, where you can see what a rug will look like in your space. And I really love playing around with these, but then I kind of can't help but think that it's not gonna be correct. But yes, for small spaces, having different sections and compartments of your room, like with this being open plan, there is a rug needed. And I'm trying really hard to convince my dad to get a rug because he's just such a man about it, and he's just like, ugh. But yeah, those are the updates in here. There's obviously still so many things to get, like light fixtures and all kinds of little, like there's no vents on the walls yet. But the Granddad pad is almost done, and I'm buzzing for him. I'm dying to catch his expression when he comes home and sees his bed. Bathroom update, he chose one of these kind of pedestal sinks. Yes, they don't have storage underneath, but they're very handy for, you know, giving the illusion of more space. Doesn't feel too squashed in here at all. And this here is where his bathroom cabinet is going to go. That beautiful white bathroom cabinet. And then he's got a big old massive shower, which I'm so jealous of. I've been joined by Marv from the Wet Bandits.
That's Tacky. S-T.
We've started showing our son Home Alone in the evenings with dinner. Just like the first section of it. And what I've realised about Home Alone, apart from the fact that it's a classic, is that the house in Home Alone is my exact dream home style, and I would like to turn our hallway into a Home Alone hallway. But you know that'll mean you doing more wallpapering,
Which is just never gonna happen.
I will teach myself how to wallpaper.
Brilliant. If I have to wait for you to teach yourself how to wallpaper, I'm not worried about that wallpaper ever appearing at all.
I'm going to show you now. You've challenged me. You know I love a challenge. We're going Christmas shopping. We're going to buy Christmassy things because I want to decorate early this year. And we have our little tree that we got last year. We got one of those trees in a pot. But it hasn't really grown much. It's still very small. It's been in our garden and it has survived. This is how he's looking, and he's survived all year. But I kind of, I've my call with my manager now. But I kind of want to get a big tree as well. Not very sustainable. I think last year we only got a couple of thin little strips for our little tree.
Maybe we could get one of these.
Yeah. There you go. Good job. You did it. I'm not a fan of pink Christmas, it must be said. I like this pink decoration. They're so beautiful that I wouldn't want to burn them, which is the problem. Like, I would just not want them to fulfill their purpose. Gonna get some dark red plain candles, or no, white cream. Yes. Do you want to put them in your thing? And this? You my helper? So we're bringing this guy home. He's very tall, isn't he? He's nearly as big as you. And he's got a cool little bag. And he has a little teddy bear. Oh, another one. You hopping up onto your chair to help me? My little helper's helping me get the haul started. I don't know if this is where any of these things are going to live, but... Oh, very nice. And now you have to move them into the middle of the table. Touch his beard.
He says, ho, ho, ho.
He does say ho, ho, ho.
So DIY squid around Christmas. You were like the little Santy. We got him.
So Thomas got a goth nutcracker. Is this your favourite one? An icicle? When I was a kid, I loved decorations like this that were like one-of-a-kind decorations. You know, like a little golden high heel, a little brandy bottle, a sober girl can dream, a cupcake with some feet sticking out, and a little robin. I always loved these little birdies that you put on trees. But yeah, decorations are just for going on the tree to look pretty. That's why we can't break them. This one is gorgeous.
Butterfly.
A butterfly? Do you know what that is? That's an angel.
Angel.
An angel.
And a ball.
A ball. I've taken the sourdough out of this. This is what we've been using as a bread bin. It's the plant pot that inspired our shed. So yous can go in here. While I cook, I've gone and bought all of the ingredients from this recipe that we got from HelloFresh like a week or two ago, and it was just really, really nice. It's a sweet potato and goat cheese salad. It's one thing I really like about HelloFresh is that if you get something that you really like, you can remake it, and this is the only goat's cheese I could find in the entire town that I live in. Nobody in Balbriggan eats goat's cheese, apparently. The dressing for this salad was mustard mixed with honey and a little bit of sugar and a little bit of salt. I used xylitol instead of sugar. 1 carrot, 1 parsnip, 1 sweet potato, but I'm gonna do 2 because I'm gonna do one for the kids. A baby gem lettuce. There were no tomatoes in the recipe, but I'm adding them anyway because I love them, and we always have tomatoes in the fridge. Lentils, which we have in the press, and Italian herbs. So we're gonna roast these veggies and the lentils with some olive oil and salt for 20 minutes, and then we bake the goat's cheese with some Italian seasoning and oil. Bake that for like 5-6 minutes. Chop up these and put that honey mustard dressing on this part and then mix it all together, and it's just so nice. So that's what we're doing for dinner. I just really like that this is kind of ingredients that I associate with winter and Christmas because they're cozy and warming and nourishing, but it's a salad. And yeah, this is why I've worked with these guys so many times on sponsor content, just because I'm obsessed. Like, I find a lot of my absolute favourite meals through them.
We have this.
Gold.
Whoa, that's like the other one.
He went up to the attic and we're going to build the fake tree that my dad and I had for years, because apparently our real tree that's outside in a pot that we got last year has to acclimatise to the house first. So we have to first put it in like a shed or something, and also it's probably full of spiders. That one will be coming in closer to Christmas and we'll put that in the hall. But in here we're going to do a Big Daddy tree. We have a big collection of these kinds of decorations, personalised ones with our names. That's our proposal. A little wooden one. Proud new parents.
This one, Charlie.
Aww.
Look, there's a jewelry.
Jewelry. This is the bottom, and then this we're going to put around it like that.
So it doesn't fall over.
So that just hides that part. Good job.
It's the biggest one in the world.
Is it the biggest one in the world?
Yeah.
It's bigger than me.
Whoa, it's the
Thickest on one side, you
taller
know.
than me.
Okay, lights first. Where's the lights? Every single year. Every single year.
Last year, what I did is what everyone should do. You get a bit of paper or plastic and you wrap the lights up around it, and then they don't get knotted. Or you can do what the Murphy household do with their lights and just
You're...
Do you love them, Daddy?
What are you doing?
got a one-way ticket to Knoxville now.
Green, yellow,
Population 2.
blue,
Say that.
red,
Hey, you're putting them all in one spot. Yeah, you put like 3 here.
So if you want to hang something on the tree, you find a piece like this and you hang it, and then like that. See? Last year the skincare brand Kiehl sent me this avocado decoration. I'm gonna hide this at the back. You didn't use the ugly tacky tinsel. I got this really ugly tinsel last year with unicorns on it, but I just adore a tacky Christmas tree.
More of these.
I can't even see it. Maybe I'll hang it here. This is me giving Mommy a big diamond.
It's just too much.
It's supposed to be tacky Christmas.
Will you do this?
But I thought you were going to do it.
Will you do it?
The star on top of my little robin. Tinsel is meant to be pushed in. I'm only realising now that
We can't push it in. The way the leaves are.
You hanging all the baubles in here? Our little man's been back here hanging up all the baubles. 2 on the one branch. Good job, good job.
Because I don't think we have any space for any more, do we?
Putting them in there to get.
Both kids are now asleep and we're watching The Crown. My obsession. Diana has just died.
Your royal family obsession that appeared out of nowhere.
Yeah, after our daughter was born, I just became really obsessed with the royal family.
Yeah.
Not a typical obsession for an Irish person, but I just didn't know a lot of the stuff.
But you were at first you were just watching the show and that was fine. And then you were watching like mini docs and that was like, okay, she's watching mini documentaries about the royal family that were made like 20 years ago. And then all of a sudden you were just watching random interviews with people like that were uploaded, like grainy uploads of interviews from like the fucking early 80s.
Oh, pause. He's dead. I was just breastfeeding a lot and I wanted something like juicy and exciting. The show, The Crown, I know it's not reflective of what actually happened and they've taken liberties and stuff, but I feel like this show is like Harry Potter for adults. I just really love it. Just gives me those vibes.
Maybe it's a lot of the decor is the same.
I know, it's beautiful. Yeah, if you like interiors, The Crown, it's just fab. I have my favourite dark chocolate almonds by Deliciously Ella, and I've made us some Puka revitalised tea in our new Christmas mugs. Look at these. We got these in the Skerry's Mills and they're just fabulous. Look at Santi. It was 20 quid for 2 cups and a tray and little coasters to put these on. Thomas thought we were going to keep them for our first coffees out of our Christmas coffee machine that we're buying because we're gifting ourselves.
Yeah, we haven't really done Christmas or birthday presents in...
Yeah, for each other. We don't really buy each other stuff because we have to keep our money for the house.
Yeah, so we decided that we were going to buy something for the house, which is also for us as our present. Our current coffee machine is completely broken and it's leaking all over the counter every time you use it. From being used between 2 to 4 times a day, every day, for like 3 or 4 years.
Yeah. They should rename this tea Christmas tea because it tastes like Christmas.
Yeah, it does. It smells and tastes like a bowl full of Christmas.
Yeah, it's literally cinnamon, cardamom, ginger. It's Christmas tea.
It's Christmas. Yeah, it's Christmas tea.
It's Christmas tea. But yeah, I love this time of Eve. Kids sleep. I get asked an awful lot about sleep and babies and kids and stuff. And I thought we'd share some of our sleep hacks, which is my biggest sleep hack for putting the toddler down, which you wouldn't call him a toddler anymore. He's a child. He's a boy. He's a big boy. He's 3. But my biggest tip I could give anyone is turn going to sleep into a big fun game. I made up a game where it's called the sleep competition. And I got this idea from something I saw going around the internet of this man who told his kids to what was it? They had to like hold a piece of money up against a wall with their nose for as long as possible. So he just had the two of them standing against a wall like this for fucking ages. The competition is whoever falls asleep first gets to have the first turn of whatever game we're loving in the morning. So say we've been playing blocks and we've been building a car wash. While we're lying in bed and we're reading books and we're having fun and we're, you know, whispering and all this, I'd be like, I'm going to fall asleep first. And whoever wins this sleep competition gets to drive the first car through the car wash in the morning. And then he's like, I'm going to win. And I'm like, no, I'm going to win. And I just try and make it really fun. And because they're naturally competitive, he literally turns over, closes his eye, and he's like, and then if he keeps going, I'm winning, I'll be like, you can't win if you're talking. And then when he's falling asleep, he does this with his lip. And so he'll always reach for his lip and start doing that, and he just passes out. And ever since I started doing that, I do that every time I'm going to sleep with him.
And the prize is stuff like basically stuff like that.
Silly stuff, never anything.
Deciding what to build first in the morning, or deciding what book to read, or whatever, rather than, you know, if you do this, we'll give you
a toy or a chocolate. Yeah, Twix. Yeah, because up until he was night weaned, I breastfed him to sleep, or rocked him to sleep, or you rocked him to sleep for every nap and every night time. And I don't regret doing it. Like, I know a lot of people really hate their kids being reliant on them to fall asleep and stuff like that, but I just felt like that's what he needed. And, you know, we signed up for this job and to meet his needs. And he's been able to sleep, but go to sleep by himself. Now, granted, we'll lay with him and stuff like that, but he's so good at going to sleep now. He can fall asleep on the couch, he'll fall asleep watching something on telly, he'll fall asleep playing, he'll fall asleep in the car, fall asleep in the buggy.
He's very comfortable going to sleep as long as there's someone nearby.
He is able to do that now. If I set up the baby monitor, I didn't tell you this while you were at work, and you were saying, and I'll be like, I can see you on the baby monitor, because he knows from us watching the monitor while our youngest is asleep. So he felt all special about that, and I kept walking by the room being like, now I'm checking and you're doing a really good job falling asleep. And he was trying so hard. Up until I night weaned him when he was 21 months old, he, you know, relied more heavily on us to help him get to sleep. And after that, for a couple of weeks, he'd flop around and whinge until he got asleep, and then it was cuddles to sleep. And now he doesn't want anyone touching off him while he falls asleep most of the time. Sometimes he wants to be on your arm, but most of the time he just doesn't want to be touching off you. And with the youngest, like Boob is the hack. Boob is the hack. Like, if we rock her to sleep, we transfer her to the bed by just sticking the boob in her mouth, and then she stays asleep. Or I feed her to sleep and she just falls asleep while she's feeding. And neither of them took a soother. Like, I'm the walking soother. But
so if you don't use Boob, we've no tips for babies.
Yeah.
It's the only tip.
Yeah. But we do stuff like, you know, the white noise, the blackout curtains, so like dark room.
Yeah,
and stuff like that.
Blackout blinds and blackout curtains.
I think that helps.
And white noise. So the room is always completely pitch black.
Sleeping on a mattress on the floor as well. Like, we've actually dismantled our bed base right now, and we're just, you know, mattress on the floor. And I know it's not very aesthetic, and I don't feel really comfortable anymore, like people coming into our room or filming in my bedroom, because
you feel more comfortable.
I feel more comfortable in real life, but I just don't feel the lack of comfort comes from societal expectations and judgment, which is ridiculous, because that's completely normal in so much of the world. They sleep, they have a big family bed on the floor.
You never have to worry about a squeaky bed if you've no bed. It's just a mattress on the floor. It's great.
Especially if it's an Emma mattress, and they sponsored this video. And I want to thank them for working with me so many times, because it's just so easy to promote something that is so good. and has brought us so much joy and so many lovely night's sleep. We're going to go watch our show now because we get very little time to just to do this. If you're still here, we need a weird video ending.
What if I just go asleep on this couch? Is that weird?
Leave now and never come back. Leave now and never come back.
You have a scratch on your foot.
Yeah, I fell outside carrying my tripod into Dad's extension. Kiss it. Kiss it.
I'm kissing your foot.
Kiss it.